guys, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't seen any other YouTuber do, and that's going to be telling you guys the absolute bare minimums you need for the Phoenix Squad in order to get a 7-star Thrawn. Guys, so if you have 7-star, almost max abilities and, decent mods, you'll be able to crush tier 6. Getting a 6-star Thrawn is no problem, but getting a 6-star Thrawn is not why you came to this video, and it certainly isn't something you're going to be satisfied with. You need the 7-star Thrawn for the raids, guys. He's a really good character. It adds a huge element of power when you get him 7 stars. So 6 stars is good. Try to get him 7 stars, and here's how you're going to do it. First of all, get all the characters to gear 8 except for Kanan. You can leave him at gear 7. The real big controversy with gearing this team up is the Carbantes. Nobody wants to waste the Carbantes or the droid collars or the stun guns on the team. Unfortunately, what I found to be successful is you had to use a Carbante on Zev, and you had to use a stun gun, a fully crafted stun gun on Ezra. I know, guys, the cringe, it's unbelievable, but that's just how it is. I mean, the rest of them, I put Omegas on all of them a long time ago. I don't know why. I had like 100 and I just decided I'm gonna do it. It was a bad idea. You didn't have to do it, but it did help quite a bit. And you're gonna see kind of the real idea here is just, it depends on the RNG. It just does. If you have gear 8 Phoenix, then it's just gonna depend on the RNG. I have a gear 9 Chopper. It didn't make a huge difference. Chopper's pretty good with his new, rework where he can bonus attack, gives 30% chance to bonus attack. It's pretty helpful. I'll go over that later in the video. But the real strategy, what I would do, I would save my abilities for the 4th and final round. But for the first 3 rounds, pretty much I would just auto and then just like auto basics, just so I can keep everything safe. And then from there, it would be just slight work. So that was kind of my strategy here. And you're gonna see I kind of fly through the first part of this legendary event. Alright, so at this point we've gotten a 6-star Thrawn. Now you're gonna see my footage of a 7-star Thrawn. It's kind of hard to get this, and there's gonna be a lot more explanations as we go. Okay, guys, we are back in the next part of the Thrawn legendary event, and honestly, I autoed these nodes because the Phoenix characters with Chopper gain so much protection that they're just so survivable that I didn't really care. And besides, literally this took me like 3 hours to beat this event based on my characters, so it does take a long time if you don't get the right RNG, and I'm the king of getting horrible RNG. So, but I just autoed them just because it's faster, and I don't know, it's just pure torture watching this whole thing unfold after you barely lose the last battle. So those are my thoughts about that. And the second round, third round, third round's easy, second round's easy. Whenever they do an AoE, your whole team will counterattack and just destroy them. So I don't know, it's all about the turn meter going into the last fight, and it's all about the dispels and kind of controlling when the Stormtrooper commanders heal in that last round. It's all about the last round, guys, because that round is so bustedly hard. It is so hard. They've got such high defense, they've got such high everything. Thrawn in the last round hits for like 16k on a basic. You'll see in the fails later on the video. It's the most frustrating part of this game I think I've had in a long time, but it's also the most rewarding. Having a 7-star Thrawn is awesome, guys. So as we start to prepare for the last round, just pay attention to the turn meter. And the reason being is because you want to set up for that final round so you get a little edge over the last computer round, essentially, where Thrawn and all the taunters are going up. It's crazy. Alright, so everything's ready to go. Kanan usually gets fractured like pretty much every single time. It's kind of annoying, actually. Like 60% of the time, Kanan Jarrus will get fractured by Thrawn, and it's just a mess. So having him at gear 7 with high protection mods will be vital for keeping him just alive. You gotta keep him alive. So here we go. One of them tries to terminate. One of them used the AoE, and now we're gonna just keep on tacking apart. You don't want to taunt because your tanks don't have enough health to really hold on, essentially. So you kind of want the damage from the enemy to spread out. You want them to attack different people. And we're just gonna dispel. So I'm just kind of walking over the battle. I actually know the outcome of it. I just wanted to see, I want to give you guys my insight, what I was thinking at the time, just so you kind of get an idea of how you should be thinking throughout the battle. Now, this ability that Ezra uses is really helpful for knocking out the Death Troopers. Match it with Hera, because Hera can hit the hardest as well. Then do the same thing with Hera to Ezra. You just want Ezra to eat those guys apart. And we're going to go over the mods in a second, guys, so don't worry about that. And we slowly just take them apart. Now, it does take a lot. Like, there's so many flukes that can happen here. Do you guys see that hit by Thrawn? 17k. My Kanan is barely alive, and then he dies out. So, most of the time I would quit at this point, but I just kind of wanted to see how it went out because it was 2 in the morning, and I was really tired. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to see how it goes. So, I went with it, and you guys are going to see the results. It's really cool. Going to see what they do. Now, normally I would say go for the Stormtrooper Commander just because you don't want them to heal old enough. But at the same time, you kind of have to be cautious with the timing. Timing is everything. Then you can use this with Zeb, because if the target is already dazed, you can stun them. That's super helpful. And then Ezra just picks apart. And Hera can give another master plan. And now that since there's no Death Trooper, they can be revived because of that. Because if they have the fracture mark from Thrawn and the Death Trooper uses Terminate, that target will die. And the reason is because it's a negative status effect. So whether it's permanent or not, it's still a negative status effect, much like the call to action buff for Luke Skywalker is a buff essentially. So when they use Terminate, it's seen as a negative status effect, and thus the target will die, and it sucks. So yeah, so if they have fracture, then if they have fracture, they can be terminated and they can not be revived, even if they have master plan up. So keep that in mind, guys. It's really annoying. The Death Troopers are by far the worst part of this whole node, and then Thrawn, of course, is also the most annoying too. He just fractures, he counterattacks, he's just so annoying, and they hit so hard. So now we're going to take one apart at a time, and this is actually turning into a 4 versus 2, which is very good. Now you have to take out the other Stormtrooper Commander. You can't go straight after Thrawn because that guy will just heal Thrawn up, and it just gets nasty. The longer the battle goes, it just doesn't turn out well for you. So you got to go fast. You got to take out these guys as fast as you possibly can. Alright, and then use Ezra's special with Hera, boom. Master plan to whoever, and at this point all it's about is if Thrawn counterattacks and if your team can just survive. So luckily Thrawn went after Chopper twice in a row with fracture, and I got to use master plan twice in a row, bring him back twice. That was huge. And then from here it's just kind of picking them apart, which does take a long time, but certainly worked out in my favor. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the strategy part of the video. It is kind of shaky, like there's not really much you can do in terms of RNG. It's just, you guys just gotta keep trying. Again, this is Gear 8 team, so you know, if you have a Gear 9 Ezra, this would have been a lot easier, but it also depends on how Ezra's turn mirror is and how the rest of your team's turn mirror is. I did not use it with Sabine. I don't think Sabine's that good. I think Chopper helps with survivability of the team, and he's a good tank, and he's just a good kind of character. I just liked using him. I found him very useful in this event, and especially with the Dispel. The Dispel helped a lot. Oh, I lost Ezra, but it doesn't matter. Chopper for the win. So, boom, baby. 7-star Thrawn. Alright, so let's take a look at the mods for the Phoenix team and the gear level and everything like that. So Chopper, like I said earlier, Gear 9. And then we've got Ezra at Gear 8 with a fully crafted stun gun, which kind of stinks I had to use it on him, but that's whatever. He's pretty good. Then we've got Hera, Gear 8 as well. No stun gun this time, just a Mark 4 stun gun. Zeb, Gear 8, Kanan, Gear 7, and that's it. Let's go back to the mods now. So, I'm running Chopper with an offense mod set and with critical chance because I know he's gonna take a lot of turns, guys. He's gonna be hitting a lot, and the more he hits for is the better. It's because of his unique, where he has 30% chance to randomly attack. That helps a lot. Next is Ezra. Again, guys, offense, speed. You want him to be fast, you want him to crit a lot, and you want him to hit hard. You want him to bonus attack because it helps a lot. But the key there is just making him take a lot of turns and making him hit really hard with that critical damage cross. So that would be something I'd recommend to you guys. And then I like offense, but if you can't do offense, crit chance, crit damage, always another good choice. Alright guys, for Hera, the big thing there is just health, health, health. I didn't put a stun gun on her, so I wanted her to stay alive. She hits decently hard enough as it is, so I didn't really need to enhance anything. And aside from that, guys, I mean, I just wanted her to stay alive, because if she can survive through Thrawn's fracture, that's great news if she does get fractured. But like I said earlier, most of the time it's Kanan Jarrus. I hate that, but that's how it is. Now for Zeb, I ran him with potency and health, and the reason being, at gear 8 you can put a stun gun on him, but I did not, and I'm okay with that. I need to put health on him. I really wish for the cross I would have put potency. Instead I put defense. It did not help very much until he got to gear 8, and that increased his survivability, but I would have liked him to be a little bit faster, and I would have liked him to be a little more health based, but that's alright. Didn't always get what I want. I don't have God mods, so that's how it is. And lastly, Kanan Jarrus, I put my best defense and my best health mods on that sucker, and he looked pretty tanky as it is at gear 7, so I found it pretty useful to have him leveled up, and that was really helpful. So that was good, and it proved to work. It was just really close and took a long time. So if you want to go for the bare minimums, guys, that's totally fine. I mean, bare minimums are risky, but it makes it exciting when you get it, and also you save a lot of resources, because stun guns and Carbantis suck. So now we're going to take a look at my fails, and I'll wrap up this video. Alright, fail number 1. Now, you know, the battle kind of starts out the same. The Stormtrooper taunts, the Death Troopers do their dumb grenade thing. It's really annoying. And at first it goes pretty well. You know, Kanan gets fractured like always. I decide, you know, I'm going to just leave it how it is. Maybe Kanan won't die. And again, guys, this is just me walking through the fails, because I failed quite a bit, and you guys probably will too, unless you're really lucky. So just be prepared for that, and try to learn from my mistakes, because they can really help, and they can save you about 3 hours of time if you know how to play it right. So all about that timing, guys. So far this battle looks like it's going pretty well, and it kind of is. I mean, I've got Kanan covered. I'm starting to work the Death Troopers one by one. So, you know, it looks like it's going well, and then Kanan dies. And at that point, I'm kind of thinking, alright, I don't know if I can do it without Kanan. And so I just kind of pick apart the other Death Trooper and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes my way. So you guys are probably thinking, this is going really well. How did you lose, Cam? And you'll see in a second. It's not fun. So, I guess the message here is, you gotta keep trying, you gotta get the right RNG. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it super resourceful. If not, tell me why in the comments, and good luck. Peace out, guys.